the one thing I can tell you about Trump, that dude is transparent as hell.
He's super transparent.
He answers questions every single day. Like it literally, if you just watch YouTube every day, he answers questions to the media.
Every single day.
You can literally learn something.
The guy's live stream. He's like the biggest streamer of all time.
He really is.
He's basically a Twitch streamer, but he's the president.
And he doesn't hold back on anything he's thinking. Like, am I in the mood for ice cream? I really hate ice cream. Praline ice cream is my worst. I hate it. I mean, you're going to learn everything about this guy that he truthfully and honestly believes. All you got to do is watch him.
Someone asks him a question, and he always does this thing. He goes, "Who are you with?" And when he says that,
oh yeah, like he doesn't agree with what you're saying,
right? When he asks who you're with, it means he doesn't like you right away,
right? Or he doesn't like what you're saying,
or doesn't like what you're saying, right? He goes, and you go like MSNBC. He goes, "Oh yeah, of course you are."
Yeah, or they'll say it, you don't hear what it is, and he's like, "No, all right." It's like he's tucked it away in the back of his mind.
He's remembering.
The person who's answered the question is like, "Oh shit,
god damn it!"
You can tell, like, God dang it. I'm sorry, the Hindu Times. Oh.
I remember one time he goes, "Who are you with?" And they answer. He goes, "Never heard of it." Next question. he didn't even answer the question. He just said, "Never heard of it," and then asked for another question. I was dying, bro.
Did you see the one where he's talking to the governors yesterday or the day before?
Oh yeah, he's talking.
He's like talking about the men and women sports.
Yeah.
And the governor from Maine.
He was so like just matter of fact. I felt awkward.
And see that's what's
he has no awkward gene, bro.
He doesn't have an awkward gene, and I think to some degree you need that. A lot of people would not say something because of fear of making things awkward,
right,
or making things uncomfortable. The dude just don't have it, and so when the governor of Maine's basically back talking him up there that I
have that video,
this and blah blah blah. You want to show it?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. I'll show up.
But anyways, he basically said, well, I'll let him say it, I guess.
Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal.
He's talking to the governor of Maine.
He's talking to the governor of Maine.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it.
We are the federal law.
It's so good.
Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one.
Bro, he's not. This is not the press corps. This is not a huge room. It's a small, private, dinner.
It's 50 governors.
Right?
And some other people. Yeah.
Right. It's so awkward. He's so awkward to me. But he just doesn't have that gene.
Fuck. He just does not care.
That's what it is.
And the reason why he doesn't care, he doesn't. He just, and I don't know if that's good or bad. I still haven't been able to figure out totally if that's a good or a bad thing. We're going to look back on this and find out. Either he's going to wreck us completely or he needs to go to the front of the line at Mount Rushmore. I haven't figured out which one it's going to be yet. I can tell you this. His policies feel right. I want to see if he's right on tariffs. I got to tell you, I'm tired of being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
America's been being taken advantage of.
Yeah,
because we were the world. I don't know if I want to go into this. We were the world superpower.
I don't, but
right.
But we have been. We paid the most in the NATO. We give subsidies to other countries so they can ship here. For some reason, we are just like the pin cushion for the rest of the planet.
Well, it started out very honestly. When we were fighting after World War II, we were fighting communism. And so the goal was to keep communism from spreading around the world. We need to spread democracy. So we had all these programs, even though USAID didn't come to the 60s, we had other programs where we were encouraging countries to be democracies.
Right.
Which is a good thing, because when you're voting,
it's a good thing.
Do you want tyranny or do you want people voting? Right. You want the will of the people. So for decades and decades and decades, we did that. and we were battling communism. Well, when communism fell in 1989, then something else happened. Oh, we found ourselves all alone in the race. And so now we can supercharge this democracy idea. Not only have we beat communism, but we can make sure democracy flourishes all over the world. And the moment we did that, everybody started hating us because we overstepped our bounds. And so what happened is everybody was happy to have a hand in the pot to take money from America. And we were happy for them to try to change the way the world worked. Unfortunately, we've borrowed so much money. We've gotten ourselves in so much debt. We're destroying ourselves by doing this. And now we simply can't afford to continue doing this. So we have to make other countries bring them back and make fair deals where if they're going to charge us, we got to charge them. No more free money. Okay. Because daddy's broke. Yeah. Daddy lost his job. Okay. And we can't afford to pay you guys no more. So now you're going to have to go out and get a job. Here comes the